I don't like regret totally. I just wish I worded it maybe a little differently. But when you just get out of a fight and you have emotions and a million thoughts going, you just kind of like spew it out, and it comes out the way it does. And I'm not like that great with my words, so it came out the way it did, and that's it.
And how'd you feel? You fought an extremely very good grappler, Neiman Gracie. Obviously, he had you in some submissions, attacks. How'd you feel like your jiu-jitsu fared against his? Because you also had him in some trouble as well on the ground.
I felt fine. He's quick. Like his hips are fast. I knew I couldn't like overextend a lot of my ground and pound shots with like I could with most guys, where I could kind of sway left to right with punches. I really had to stay balanced with my shots because he could take my back. He could hip out and get arm locks, triangles. So I really had to be a little bit conservative on top. But I felt pretty good. I mean, I honestly I think I dominated the ground besides the submission attempts.
Rory, what kind of confidence does that give you, though, going forward? I mean, you just went toe-to-toe with the Gracie for 5 rounds, largely grappling in a fight, and came out on the winning end pretty decisively.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's quite an honor to fight a Gracie. I mean, they have a huge legacy, their family, so I was honored to fight them, especially here in Madison Square Garden. He's a nice guy, a gentleman, and he's a true talent. Especially, he only had 9 fights, and he's fighting on this stage for a world title. He did a great job, and yeah, it was a good fight.
How's your health right now? Do you feel, like some of those leg locks seem like, he's wrenching legs and stuff, but you're good?
No, I'm good. I actually like hurt myself more than he hurt me. Really, I like hurt my elbow in John Fitch. So when I would do something, I would kind of re-aggravate it, but it doesn't seem to be too bad. But I have to take some time and heal some things up after back-to-back fights and training camps.
Was that the injury you had referenced to your corner after the first round?
No, it was kind of at the end of the fight actually, but he kicked me in. He got a good kick in on my shin, but besides that, I'm okay.
And then the fight ends, and Douglas Lima gets in there, and you guys seem pretty friendly towards each other. What were you saying?
Just chatting. I like Douglas. He's a nice guy. He's a fellow Christian, and I get along with him great. I mean, we're sportsmen, and I have nothing bad to say about him.
And Scott had said that it seems like maybe September would be the targeted timeline to do this final. You just did back-to-back fights. It seems like you got a couple things to do. Does that timeline seem realistic for you, or do you think you might need a little more?
Yeah, it's not realistic for me. I wish I could make it come true. I had a feeling they would want that, but it's just not possible with what's going on in my life right now, and the amount of I need to take some time to heal from these fights, from these training camps, so I could be ready for a guy like Douglas.
You got another kid on the way, right?
Yeah, that's a big thing. I mean, it's maybe for some people they structure things differently in their house, but for my lifestyle, me and my wife we're a team, and we work together. So, we need to adjust with this new addition in our lives, take some time, and then we can gather ourselves and get prepared for a training camp. Doing that while just having a new child, I think that would be a little much, just stress-wise and organization, and it's just too quick too. It's like too much of a rebound for me to be taking on a competitor like Douglas.
Just last thing for me, that is the fight though that's going to happen for your next fight. How will the rematch with Douglas look different from the first fight?
Well, hopefully a lot less shin kicks. That's what I'm thinking. But I want to go in there and I want to finish him. It's been a while. It seems like since I got a finish. So I'll be looking to bring it to him.
Obviously, Douglas Lima being your next opponent. The thoughts of that fight now, how is that with your mindset? Is that something you're really looking forward to, or is it something that makes you very anxious?
I didn't catch what you said. Something?
Sorry, I said with Douglas Lima being your next opponent, and with everything you've gone through in the build-up to this fight, does the thought of that fight get you excited? Does it make you anxious? How do you feel about that going forward?
Well, yeah, I don't feel surprised that I'm fighting Douglas. You know, I knew he was a strong competitor when I was up against him, and I knew we would be matched up again down the road. So it's not a surprise I'm gonna meet him. So I know I'm gonna need to be at my best, mentally, physically, and I need to be. I need to come into that fight with an iron will again. I think that's very important to go to have fighting a guy like that. I need to be like a tiger, because with a hard-hitting, tough guy with skill, you need to go through peaks and valleys in a fight, emotional, and just push through them. You need to have a strong will. So that's one thing I'll need to be prepared for.
Congratulations on the victory.
Thank you.
You mentioned that you're a Christian, as am I. I wanted to ask you a question about your faith as it pertains to the fighting game.
Yeah.
Considering the fact that you are a Christian and a person of faith, how does that tie in when it comes to the fighting aspect? Obviously, you're able to do both. You're able to carry your faith and believe in what you believe, as do I. But when you're in there, it's a tough sport, and you're trying to hurt the other guy. How do you balance that and make sure that you come out on the other side, you know, just continuing to believe in what you believe in?
Well, I'm not struggling with that anymore. I have complete clarity that, you know, God gave me these skills and this platform. You know, He took me from a scrawny kid in a low place and brought me up in the martial arts and the fight game since I was 16 years old, and, you know, built me up to put me on this big stage, and I get to testify what the Lord has done in my life. So I think that's a really positive thing. That maybe I could reach an audience that maybe wouldn't be reached, you know, in the fight world, about how good God is when you know you give your heart to Him.